watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I'm finally back. It has been months since I have done a review, and that's mainly because I have not been seeing anything worth reviewing. I don't want to just do bad movie reviews, so I'm here and I finally seen a movie called The Woman in the Window, starring Amy Adams and directed by Joe Wright. Now, this film is based off of the book by the same name, which was basically a Xerox copy of The Girl on the Train, which was a Xerox of Gone Girl. So it's all in that same realm of mystery, thriller. It's got a Hitchcockian rear window view, and it's also a lot like Copycat from 1995 starring Sigourney Weaver. Amy Adams plays an agoraphobe who is stuck in her home, and when she thinks she witnesses a murder across the street, she has to do whatever she can to prove that it happened. Now, this movie was supposed to be maybe not supposed to be highbrow, but it had a humongous budget. Director Joe Wright, who did Atonement, Pride and Prejudice, Oscar-nominated Joe Wright, Amy Adams, Oscar-nominated, obviously up for a bunch, Gary Oldman, Julianne Moore. So this is like a high-caliber film, which, you know, you go in thinking it's going to be good. Wow. Please just lower your expectations before you even get into this, because when this trailer dropped in December of 2019, yes, you heard that right, December of 2019, thanks COVID, this film kind of floundered. It did not find a home, obviously, in the theater, so finally Netflix picked it up and bought it, and it's just kind of landed here today. This movie has had a bad word of mouth since day one. The critics and audience scores alike have panned it across the board. Everyone seems to be hating it. So going in, my expectations were incredibly low, and I was basically just going to hate watch it and review back what I have seen. And I will admit, I did not completely hate this film. It was much better than I thought it was going to be, but my expectations were so low. I basically thought I was going to be watching a pile of shit. But it's Rear Window. It's an homage to Rear Window, 1954, Alfred Hitchcock's glorious film that was made 70-something years ago, and unfortunately, this film doesn't even come close to topping it. It's just so shocking that the budget must have been so big on this, and it's just, you can't even beat them. You can't be better than a movie that came out 70 years ago when you have all these other things going for you. It's just a real letdown in that aspect, but still, it wasn't as bad. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There are just some odd choices, awkward moments, sprinkled in with some bad acting from a lot of the supporting cast, and just unlikable characters. However, it is on streaming, and for a streaming movie, it's good. You can just kind of zone out and sit back and relax and not take it too seriously. I do have to give a shout out to Julianne Moore because she is incredible. In the part she's in this film, I was completely invested, and it just made me really miss her because I feel like I haven't seen her in something in a while, and the way she played this character and the choices she made, it was just incredible, and she's my favorite part of this entire movie. So just go in with very, very low expectations, and you probably will enjoy it more than you are hearing. People just love to shit on this movie for some reason, and I understand why, because it's basically a Xerox of a Xerox, but it's not as bad as other things that Netflix has been releasing. I mean, have you guys actually finished Jupiter's Legacy or whatever? Because I didn't. This is one of the films that I actually watched in its entirety in one sitting, so that's actually saying a lot for me for Netflix because they release a lot of crap. It is called The Woman in the Window, and it is now streaming on Netflix. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.